Hey everyone, it's Fentony. We've got a brand new trailer for the 4th episode of Game of Thrones Season 8. Arya Stark's killed the Night King, the Army of the Dead's been defeated, and it looks like the fight's moving down south to King's Landing against Cersei Lannister. As always, we'll go through the trailer scene by scene and break it all down. It looks to start off with the aftermath of the Battle of Winterfell. It looks like the survivors are going to burn the dead, not because the Night King's still out there and he'll raise more whites. They're burning them because there's no room for them to be buried. There's far too many. And they'll probably burn all the skeletons of the whites as well. That's if they still exist, which I think they do. The White Walkers shatter, but the whites just, they just fall down and die. The next shot is Cersei Lannister watching the Golden Company arrive inside King's Landing with Euron Greyjoy behind her. Remember, the Golden Company has 20,000 men, plus whatever Cersei Lannister can supply, and Euron Greyjoy's Iron Fleet. They have a pretty big army. Jon and Dany's armies took a massive hit up at Winterfell. I don't know how many they have, but they still have the 2 dragons. Unless the dragons are wounded from the battle and they can't fight to their full abilities. But because there's 3 episodes left and Cersei Lannister is still a major threat, this battle is still going to be incredibly important. We've got 3 episodes to deal with her. It's likely it's going to end in victory, but it's not going to be an easy win. I expect Cersei to eventually resort to using wildfire, which we know is incredibly powerful and is going to cause massive destruction. We've got another shot of the aftermath of the Battle of Winterfell. Sansa watches as Winterfell is rebuilt and the Unsullied are on the move. I don't think Dany's going to waste much time after the battle. She wants to get down to King's Landing and get the Iron Throne. It looks like everyone's in the courtyard of Winterfell. You've got Sansa, Sam, Arya, Gendry, Jon Snow. Dany gives a voiceover saying, "We have won the Great War, now we'll win the last war." Obviously, because this is a trailer, it's a mashup of several different shots. You've got Dany in Winterfell with Missandei and Varys by her side. There's no sign of Tyrion. I don't know where he is at this point. There's no denying that Dany doesn't trust Tyrion as much as she did in the past. He has messed up several times and she's probably going to give him one last chance. But she made him go down in the Crypt of Winterfell because she needed him to survive. She needed his mind to win the Iron Throne. There's another scene of her inside the Great Hall of Winterfell. She's got a new outfit and she gives a toast to the people and it looks like they're very happy for her now. She's probably incredibly popular after the Great War because without her dragons they'd be screwed. But we've got to remember it was Arya that got the final kill. Without her, everyone would be dead. This looks like Dany and Drogon. She's probably preparing to fly down south to Dragonstone, but because of all the outfit changes, these scenes are definitely all mashed up. Drogon did take a lot of damage in episode 3 from Viserion and all the whites that climbed on him. He was probably wounded after the episode, but because we don't know how long there's going to be between episode 3 and 4, he could be fully healed. It looks like Arya and Gendry share another kiss. It looks like they're not just one night stand. I think if they both survive, they will get together. But just because the Army of the Dead is gone, doesn't mean everyone's going to make it out. There's still going to be a lot more deaths to come in this season. Everyone's outside of Winterfell preparing to burn the Fallen. Ghost is there, so he's definitely survived the battle in episode 3. A lot of people thought he died because he just ran into the dead of the Dothraki and he was never shown again. But I think that was just a show trying to get rid of him, as they didn't want to use him again, as the direwolves are very expensive and complicated to use. There's no denying as the shows went on, they don't like the direwolves. They don't want to use them as much, especially with the dragons growing, a lot of CGI goes into them. Looks like Dany's walking through Winterfell or maybe Dragonstone. This is her new outfit. She was wearing this in a shot from an earlier trailer. It looked to be her and Jon Snow down in Dragonstone. Obviously Jon's parents have just still not been resolved. It's probably still going to be a massive issue between Jon and Dany. It was put to the back of their minds during episode 3 in the battle, but likely it's going to play front and centre here. Looks like Rhaegal's flying over a ship. He looks like a green dragon to me. I don't think Jon Snow's riding him, so it could be edited out, or maybe he's just free flying. Cersei Lannister with Qyburn in her Queen's Guard, and Euron Greyjoy is taking her hand and kneeling before her. Obviously Euron fancies himself as a charmer. He's already slept with Cersei, he wants to put a prince inside of her. He wants the Iron Throne for himself, and it's likely he's going to betray Cersei. Once Dany and Jon are dealt with, Euron would love to get the Iron Throne for himself. But don't count Cersei out, she's probably got a plan for him, she'll probably betray him first. The next shot is Sansa watching the dragons. I don't know if she's going to go down to King's Landing. She might stay up at Winterfell and try and prepare it for whatever comes next, rebuild it. But I think she has to face Cersei one more time, and I think she could even kill Cersei. Another shot of people leaving Winterfell. It looks like Jon, Davos, Tormund and Gilly. I'm actually very surprised that Tormund made it out of the battle. But just because you made it out of the battle doesn't mean you're safe. You've still got to get past Cersei Lannister and King's Landing. This shot of Dany's fleet looks very familiar. It actually looks like the same shot of Euron Greyjoy's fleet, but the sails and the ships have been edited. I wouldn't be surprised if it is. This is probably her leaving White Harbour, heading off to Dragonstone, maybe even entering Blackwater Bay at King's Landing. Dany and Drogon watching someone, maybe Jon and Rhaegal. She's not on her new outfit yet, so this is probably earlier in the episode up in the north. But as always, trailers can be very misleading. And the final shot is Cersei, Euron, Qyburn and the mountain watching on, and Dany's voiceover says we'll rip her up, root and stem, So it looks like Dany's on the offensive now. She's not going to waste any time. She wants the Iron Throne. But she needs to remember there's 1 million people inside King's Landing, and Cersei Lannister will use them as a shield. Dany can't fly in on Drogon and burn the Red Keep down. She wants the Iron Throne and the Red Keep to stay intact because she's very materially attached to that, it's her family's legacy. But if she does that and flies in, she's likely going to kill a lot of people. I don't think she'll do that, but honestly, we'll see what happens. We've still got 3 episodes to go, they're all going to be around 8 minutes long, so there's still a lot to happen. The Night King's been defeated, but Cersei Lannister still remains. So in the comments below, I want to know what you thought about the trailer, give me any episode 4 predictions. Is Dany going to become the main enemy? A lot of people think that, she's going to become the villain. And if you've got any requests for videos, just let me know as well. I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on this video, that really helps me out. And then subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.